Fitz, Bird of Prey, Philogene. Yes, for those of y'all who don't know me, I'm an MMA fighter, Muay Thai fighter, and a grappling jiu-jitsu fighter. Now, I retired because I'm 51, about to turn 52. So, I don't want to fight anymore because it's not good for a 50-year-old man to be fighting in the cage, especially against these young bucks, right? But I can still train you how to fight. So for those of y'all who are new to this channel, you have to subscribe, you have to like the video because I'm doing free MMA training right now, all right? So when you come in, please smash that like button. Give me a second. So the way it's gonna be done is I'm gonna show y'all step by step on how a certain MMA techniques, okay? And then I'm gonna show you what I like to do when I fight, okay? First I wanna say, fighting isn't for everybody. Fighting isn't for everybody, all right? So as an MMA trainer and as an MMA fighter and a Muay Thai fighter and a Jiu-Jitsu fighter, I gotta make that thing, before you start any exercise program or training program, always check with your doctor first. This video is for educational purposes only, right? So let's begin. So in our last class, I mentioned about distance, right? Distance, what do you mean by that? There's the red zone and green zone, okay? For instance, if I'm here, my opponent, so, okay, the green zone is, if you are in front of your opponent, if you can't touch him and he can't touch you, if you're a distance away, that's the green zone. If you at arm's length, that's the red zone. What does that mean? The red zone means that you can get hit. You can hit him also, but you also can get hit. So always be aware of where you are in space, right? Space meaning that only come to the red zone when you're ready to punch or get punched, right? That makes sense? So if you watch all my fights, I like to hang around in the green zone area. The green zone is the area where I can't touch him and he can't touch me. So I keep moving around, moving around. Because my thing is, to win a fight, in any fight, you want to hit, but don't get hit, all right? I don't like people who brawl. I'm not a brawler. I like to be a precision fighter, so I like my distance. So I stay in the green zone a lot. Remember, the green zone is the area of the fight where you can't touch him and he can't touch you, right? Please smash that like button, all right? So as the green zone, so for me as an MMA fighter, I gotta know where I'm at in space, right? Always have your hands up. I recommend if you're gonna do MMA, you gotta get your groundwork down pat, right? But for now, I'm gonna teach y'all distance, right? Hands up, always, especially in MMA, and your legs got always be ready for the takedown also, right? If you're fighting a wrestler or a jiu-jitsu guy or a judo guy, just know that he's gonna try to throw you. You know what I mean? So what you're gonna do is distance, arms length, hands up, right? Always stay in the green zone, y'all. The green zone is the area of the cage where you can't touch him and he can't touch you. Demetrius Johnson calls it the void. If you enter the void, be careful, you can get hurt. So stay in the green zone. And for me, what I like to do is when I fight, I like to move around. I never stay still. If you watch all my fights on YouTube and on this channel, you notice one thing. I never stay still. I'm always moving around. Boom, 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 boom. Always moving around. Of course, it takes stamina to do that, right? Stamina to do that. But I don't want you to be a sitting duck, all right? What's up, everybody? What's up, man? What's up? Rock me from Hungry. What's up, man? Thanks for the love, Y'all smash that like button. So yeah, so I fought knockout. Sorry for the noise. I fought knockout artists. I fought wrestlers, whatever. I fought jiu-jitsu guys. And one thing about me is I never got taken down in any fight, MMA fight, because I move around. I tell people you're gonna move. Hands always up, hands up, all right? And then what you wanna do is you wanna stay focused, but also relax. Don't be stiff in there. You gotta relax. And if you're gonna throw a punch, you gotta go 1, 2, all right? All right? If you throw a punch, your hands always gotta stay up. Watch how my hands stay up. 1, 2. And it's all in the hip. If you know how to dance, then you can learn how to punch. Okay, it's all in the hip. Pa, 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 pa. Boom, boom. See, all in the hip. Boom. All right? So You got the hands up, got the hands up. You got to move around, keep moving around. For me, I like to move around, because I don't want to stay still, especially if I'm fighting somebody who's trying to take me down. Now, as a grappler myself, I usually take the person down first, because in all my MMA fights, I've never got taken down at all. I like to move around, boom, 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 boom. So the jab, for me, now, when I go in for a takedown, now, for those of y'all who like, takedown, this is what I do, right? What I like to do is, I like to feint first. I like to drop my, change levels. I do this, and I see the reaction, all right? Again, I come in, I do this, and I see my opponent's reaction. If he flinches, then I know, okay? I do this. If he panics, then I could play him like a toy, all right? So then what I do is, for my takedowns, I throw a jab, followed by a shot, all right? I'm gonna say it again. This actually works, y'all. You throw a jab, boom, right to the takedown. Why? Because two things. If he doesn't block it, he's getting punched, right? If he blocks it, double leg is there, or single leg, right? Watch again, watch again. I come in, boom, boom. But I gotta be quick though. You can't hesitate. If you're gonna come in that red zone, like I said, you can't hesitate, right? Again, I come in, I throw a jab, right into the double leg or single leg, right? And then I move around. Now, if I can't get the takedown on the first try, I do what we call chain wrestling. So then I go for the boom shot. I go for the takedown. If he blocks it, for instance, if I go for a double leg, if he blocks it, then I go to a single leg. If he blocks that, then I go to the upper body. Right? I have a sequence that I do. It's called chain wrestling. Because the thing is, if I get my hands on the opponent, chances are he's going down. And I don't say that to brag. I say that because I got trained by the best. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Valverde, Pablo Alfonso, Dave, I train with Jason Jackson. I train with top level fighters. And I got beat up in the gym a lot. Okay? So you learn. Again, I come up like this. My hands are always up. If you see all my MMA fights and Muay Thai fights, my hands are up. Boom, boom, boom. But I'm waiting, right? My nickname was Bird of Prey, like a hawk or eagle, because I'm stalking my opponent. Boom, boom, boom. I always throw the jab. Boom. Right into the takedown, right? Now, if you're in a grappling tournament, I do the same thing. Obviously, I can't throw a jab in grappling, but what I do is I feint, boom. I feint down, boom. I level change. For all my grapplers out there, for all my grapplers that want to do MMA, don't ever shoot naked, meaning that disguise your shot, all right? Disguise it either with a punch or some feint. Don't just shoot from half a mile away, because you can get a knee or uppercut. And I don't want y'all to get knocked out at all, okay? Hey, y'all, smash that like button for me, please. Show some love, right? This is a free MMA training class right now. Again, hands up, right? You throw the jab, right into the takedown, right? Now, remember, when you're doing Muay Thai, MMA, even grappling, always know where you're at in space. I call it the red zone and the green zone. The green zone is when I can't touch him, he can't touch me, I'm safe, he's safe. Okay, boom. I enter the red zone when I'm gonna punch, kick, or try to take him down. All right? Thank you. Thank you, number 1997. 1917, okay? So then again, what I do is, when I go fight, I try to close the distance. Remember the green zone is when I'm far away. The red zone is when I'm close by. All right? Green zone, I'm far away. Red zone. I enter the red zone when I'm ready to punch, kick, or take him down. Because don't hang out in the red zone for more than 5 seconds. All right? Listen to me, y'all. If you're fighting MMA or grappling or Muay Thai, the red zone is when you can touch him. Don't hang out in the red zone for more than 5 seconds because anything can happen. You want to always stay away. Now, I have long arms, so I can fight from distance. For those of y'all with shorter arms, you can still keep distance and then come in the red zone ready to punch, all right? Okay, all right, okay, funny. But yeah, green zone, far away, red zone, up like this. I enter the red zone when I'm ready to punch, kick, boom, knee, or take down. And then, again, I've taken down all my opponents in all my MMA fights, and mostly all my grappling fights. I come in, I throw a jab, I come in from the bottom and take him down. Boom, 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 all right? So, give me a second, y'all. Yeah, give me a second. Yes. So then, I like to move around, boom, knee, boom, go like this, pa, 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 like this, pa, pa, pa. You know what I mean? It's all about your mindset. Your mind gotta be right. Your mind gotta be right. Your mind gotta be right. Boom, 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 boom. And then you gotta go boom, 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 boom. All right? So what I like to do again, I like to just hang out here. The green zone is the area where you can't touch me. The red zone is the area where I can make contact, but I gotta know where I'm at. You know what I mean? So how do you make your knee grow? I don't understand that question. Okay? So then I like to jab, boom. It's all in the hip. Boom, boom, boom. All right? All in the hip. Boom, boom, boom. Right? And then when I throw the punches, it's always hip. When you kick, when you punch, it's all in the hip. Bah, 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 bah. You know, you come up like this, and then I don't throw that many knees because, you know, I'm more of a grappler. But again, give me 1 second, everybody. All right, so yeah. So then, again, what I like to do is when I'm ready to fight, once the referee says go, I shake hands, and then I immediately get to my green zone. Remember, only enter the red zone when you're ready to fight, punch, kick, take them down. Other than that, you back away. Boom, 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 boom. That's right. And then what I like to do is I like to punch. Give me 1 second. Let me write something here in the chat. I'm writing something in the chat right quick. But give me 1 second, everybody. Give me 1 second, everybody. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. While that guy is here. All right, now. Give me 1 second, everybody. Give me 1 second. All right, yes. So I just went ahead. Yes. But yeah, I come in. Boom, boom, boom. I come in. I try to stay loose. Oh, y'all, if you want to donate, my Cash App is right there, okay, below. My Cash App is right there. This is a free training class. Boom. So then, again, what I like to do is I try to stay loose. Because I train hard for my fights, I really don't get that much nervous in a fight, okay? So that's why you gotta train, because everything gonna come second hand. Everything gonna come second hand. So for me, I like to go, move around, boom, 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 boom. Yes, it says. I like to jab and come in. I fight at when I used to fight. I retired now, but when I used to fight, I fought at 145 pounds and at 155 pounds, and one time at 170. I've never been knocked out before. I've never been knocked out, not even dazed. Not even dazed. I've taken down all my opponents. Okay? So then, that's because I fight smart. I come boom, boom. I come in, boom. I never change. I'm always feigning. Boom, boom, boom. I move around. When I fight, I never stay still. Hey y'all, smash that, please y'all, smash that like button. And also, I have my Cash App right there. Show some love. Anyway, when I go, I like to jab and go underneath, right? For those of y'all who just joining me, I was talking about red zone and green zone. The green zone in a fight is when if you can't touch your opponent and he can't touch you, that's the green zone. You're safe. He's safe also, but you're safe. The red zone is when I could touch him and he could touch me. If you're in the red zone, know where you at. I don't recommend being in the red zone for more than 5 seconds, okay? Because that means that your opponent can hit you. Because the object of a fight, in my opinion, is to hit and don't get hit, right? Of course, it's gonna happen in a fight, because it's a fight. But the object is to get hit as less as possible, right? So, you come in, jab, boom. Jab, go underneath, all right? I trained with some of the best fighters before. I trained with Jorge Masvidal, Luis Palomino, Jason Jackson, Anderson Silva, both Nogueira brothers. I met Dana White before. I tried it for the UFC Ultimate Fighter Season 5 show. I tried it for everything. That's right. And I'm still here, all right? So again, you come like this, boom. I post a lot of my fights on this channel, and I break down my own fights also, because I want y'all to know that, I want y'all to see how I fight, right? Every fighter has their own way of fighting and their own things they like to do and don't like to do. Me personally, I fight at distance. I have long arms for my weight class. I fight at 145 mostly. I have long arms. So that means that I fight at a distance, right? Because I have long arms, that means my opponent has to come to my red zone, you could say. And then I could, jab. If you have short arms, you can still fight at distance, but once you get in, you can do some real damage. Bop. You know what I mean? So, give me a second while I drink some water. Thanks for the love, man. Thanks for the Cash App, man. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for the Cash App. Appreciate y'all. Man, I'm sure, man. Lots of love with the Cash App. Thank you. But yeah, so then, hands up like this. Boom. In all my MMA fights, I've never got knocked out, knock on wood, and I've never got dazed. My last fight, the guy hit me back of the head 18 times. I was dazed from that because it was illegal hits, but he still didn't knock me out. My last fight, I was 40 years old. My opponent was like 24, 25, nearly half my age, and he still couldn't knock me out, even though he did 18 illegal shots behind the head. I got a video on this channel breaking that fight down. Gotta check it out. Also, please smash that like button and become a subscriber, man. Show some love. Oh yeah, everyone, thanks for the Cash App again. Appreciate y'all. Again, your hands always gotta be up. Hands always gotta be up, okay? All right? And then stay loose though. Stay loose. Here's some advice for all the future fighters out there, all right? It's always good to start young. But if you're starting any martial arts, if you want to do MMA, I recommend learn everything at the beginning, but always learn your wrestling and jiu-jitsu first. That's your base, that's your ground, right? Always learn jiu-jitsu and wrestling first. Learn your striking second. Why I say that? Because it takes longer to learn groundwork. I've been training Brazilian jiu-jitsu for God knows how long, all right? and there's still guys better than me on the ground. All right? Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu takes longer to stay loose. Exactly, stay loose. Gotta stay loose, gotta stay focused, all right? Jiu-Jitsu takes longer to learn than striking, all right? So that's why I always recommend people, if you're gonna do MMA, start out with grappling first. Always be well-rounded though. For sure, always stay well-rounded, but start off with Jiu-Jitsu first and wrestling first. If anything, even if you love to strike, if you're a boxer or a Muay Thai person coming into MMA and you want to learn groundwork, again, it takes a while to learn groundwork and be comfortable. But if anything, learn takedown defense. All right, I'm gonna teach you some takedown defense, everybody. I've never got, guess what? In all my MMA fights, I've never got taken down at all, at all. And I've taken everybody down. In all my cage fights, I've taken everybody down. So here's my secret to not being ever taken down in an MMA fight, right? First rule is you gotta keep moving. If you watch all my fights, I'm always moving. I'm always moving. Never stand still, because if you fight a good wrestler, he's gonna want you to stay still so he can do a blast double leg. What you wanna do is you wanna move. You wanna move. Move. Keep moving. Never stay still. All right? By you doing that, it's gonna confuse him. It's gonna confuse him. All right? Now, listen up. If he shoots at you, you want to sprawl. If he shoots at you, if he does this, you want to put your hands underneath his arms. It's called an underhook. Boom, and turn your hips. All right? Listen up again. Number one, to take down defense, you want to keep moving. Keep moving. To me, this is one of the best takedown defense ever. Keep moving. Duck. Yes. And then how I do it, I'm always moving. If the guy shoots at you, right, most likely it's gonna be like a double leg, right? Like this. You wanna get your hands underneath. You wanna get your arms, your hands underneath him. It's called an underhook, right? So if you shoot like this, put your hands underneath and turn your hip, like that. That's the key. You gotta turn your hip. If he shoots, boom, all right? You gotta turn your hip. You cannot panic. If a wrestler or a grappler gets a hold of you in an MMA fight, do not panic, all right? At all, actually. Don't panic at all. Just get your underhooks and turn that hip, all right? Get your underhooks and turn that hip. That's very important. The hip turning is very, very important. I can't stress that enough. Okay, now let's go against the defense. Let's go over the defenses again. My first defense I do is, for takedown defense, I move. Grab and twist, exactly, grab and twist, right? If he shoots it on you, especially against the cage, boom, and twist, boom. Believe it or not, and when you twist, don't do it half-ass. You gotta do it quick, boom, because most likely it's gonna take him off balance, all right? Many guys try to take me down before. None of them took me down because I'm always moving, and if they shoot at me, other hooks and boom, right? I watch a lot of UFC fights, Bellator fights, PFL fights, One Championship fights, and when a striker gets taken down, or at least if a wrestler shoots on a striker, he or she tends to panic sometimes. Panic. Do not panic. Just do the technique. Again, let's go over the takedown defense again. I'm gonna keep saying it until everyone gets it in their head, all right? The first thing I do for takedown defense is I'm always moving. I never stay still. I'm always moving. Boom. Boom. Now, if he happens to shoot on you and he grabs you, most likely he's gonna do this. You put your hands underneath and twist, boom. Grab and twist. The key is you gotta twist fast. Don't do this. No, that's too slow. You gotta boom, all right? That quick hit motion, because you move so fast, it's gonna, with his momentum and with you moving, twisting fast, his momentum is gonna make him go fly off you, or at least get him off balance, right? Now, let's say you're up against the cage, right? Let's say he has you up against the cage. All right. So what you want to do is, in fact, let's practice the tree over there. Let's use the tree as the cage. Let's see. All right, so let's say, hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute, chat. All right, chat, listen up. So let's say I'm up against the cage, right? I'm up against the cage like this. So if he shoots at you, let's say, what's likely, he's gonna try to get double leg, right? What you do is, you do this, boom, like that, right? Like this. If you're up against the cage, boom, if the wrestler is trying to get a double leg on you, and your back is like this, turn like this to the side. Like this to the side, right? Trust me, you can practice right now. Boom, boom. And then, if you didn't have a chance, and then you put your, wherever his strong side is, you can put both hands underneath that underhook, right? Underhook. Or if he has a single leg, right? Single leg, you can push his head down. Again, listen up, listen up. Listen up. All right? If he has you up against the cage, right? Boom, boom, boom. Do this, like this. You see it? Like that. Boom. You always do that. If you're up against the cage and somebody has you, you always do this. Always. I can't sweat, that's the first rule. Do this. Okay, boom. And then you go underneath, underhooks. Okay? So again, if he shoots in, boom, 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 underhooks, and go like that. Now, what you can do is you can put both of your arms under one of his arms. And then like this, you know what I mean? Like that, like that. You want to separate your legs apart, right? So that way he can't get a double leg, right? Again, if you're fighting, if he shoots on you, up against the cage, underhooks, to the side. Side, side. Side, side. Right? Underhooks. If you can't get the underhooks properly, you can push down on the head. You can push down on the head. If you're going for a single leg, push down on the head. Push down on the head and get your foot out. But push down on the head a lot, right? Because by you pushing down on his head, it's hard for him or her to actually get a good balance on your leg. Right? All right, everybody. I want to say, everyone, thanks for the cash app. I appreciate y'all for that. Right? Again, let's just say you're fighting right here, and let's say the guy tries to take you down up against the cage. Boom, boom. Double underhook, turn to the side. You see it? Turn to the side. Turn to the side. All right? The cage, boom, boom. That's the first thing you do. First thing you do is go for the underhooks, and then you turn. Boom. Practice that. Boom. See? Boom. Boom. Sometimes people make things harder than it has to be. Sometimes people make things harder than it has to be. Give me a second, everybody. 1 second. People make things harder than it has to be. Some people don't panic, right? It's not the end of the world if somebody's shooting on you. I see a lot of people panic when they get a wrestler in front of them. You know, I wish I fought more wrestlers. You know what I mean? I welcome fighting wrestlers because I try to see who's the better wrestler, me or them. You know, so I hope y'all learning a lot here because the MMA. There's so much stuff to learn about MMA. I can't show everything in one video, obviously. That's why y'all need to subscribe, show some love, and then that way y'all can watch my videos when they come out. And the good thing about this free MMA training class is that it's gonna be in the archives on my channel, so you can watch it over and over again. All right, over and over again. Yes, yes, yeah. Cool shirt, huh? There you go. If you're not first, you're last. I'm glad you said that because I have a motto also. My motto is go first, all right? What do I mean by that? In all my grappling tournaments, MMA tournaments, sorry, in all my MMA fights and grappling tournaments, I like to go first, right? And by that I mean the takedown first. In my grappling tournaments, I go first. Because if you're not first, you're last. I love that. Yes, sir. To my pops, he used to say, be first. Go first. Go first. Because you want to make that person uncomfortable. That's the thing people don't understand. Yes, if you're in a fight, a cage fight, Muay Thai fight, a grappling fight, yes, it could be nerve-wracking a little bit. But remember, he's probably nervous also. So that's why if you go first and put the pressure on him, now he's thinking now. You want to doubt him. Michael Irvin, the football player, says, if you want to beat somebody, attack their weakness. If you want to break a man, attack their strengths. I love that saying. Michael Irvin, the Hall of Fame football player, said that. If you want to beat somebody, attack the weakness. If you want to break somebody, attack their strengths. That's right. That's a wonderful saying, you know what I mean? And that's totally true. He said if you stand in front of the guy and if I use the left, then right, go first. Yes, that's literally great advice. Really good advice. Every time you compete, you got to think about it as a dance. It's a dance, all right? I like to dance also. You know, if you're dancing for a woman, you know, the guy takes the lead, right? Ta 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 ta. If it's, you know, pa 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 pa. You know, if it's whatever dance. So if you're fighting, it's the same thing. Fighting is like a dance, but you gotta take the lead. Don't let him take the lead. You take the lead, all right? You dictate the fight. You dictate the fight. But it all comes from training hard. All comes from confident. Not cocky. Don't be cocky. Be confident. There's a difference. If you're cocky, you can lose the fight easy. If you're confident, then you have a better chance of winning the fight. All right? So again, what I do is, when I come out for my opponents, I keep my distance. I'm never this close to my opponent. No. I'm at an arm's distance. The green zone. I come into the red zone when I'm ready to punch, kick, or take him down. All right? I'm out here right now in Miami, Florida. Beautiful weather. I see some clouds over there though. But so the clouds are over there, so I can still do this class outside, right? So now, for those of y'all who do kickboxing or Muay Thai, I know you love to kick, right? If you're fighting a wrestler, be careful with the kicks. If you're a kickboxer or Muay Thai guy doing MMA and you're fighting a grappler, I don't recommend doing low kicks. Don't do low kicks. You could do mid kick or high kicks. Don't do low kicks. Because me personally, when I fight Muay Thai guys, I want them to kick me low so I can grab it and take them down. All right? So my advice for all the kickboxers and Muay Thai people, if you're gonna fight an MMA guy who's a wrestler or a grappler or jiu-jitsu guy, judo guy, kick mid, and high. Don't kick the legs. All right? Don't kick the legs because a good grappler is gonna grab that leg and flip it in your head. Trust me. All right, man. All right, man. God bless you too. What's up, John? What's up, John? Yes. Thanks for all the love, man. Appreciate y'all. Smash that like button. Follow me. Again, for all the Muay Thai people and kickboxers who are doing MMA, and if you're fighting a grappler, if you're fighting a wrestler, jiu-jitsu guy, judo guy, you want to kick midsection and high kicks. Stay away from low kicks because if you do a low kick, me as a grappler, I'm gonna grab your leg. If you kick me if you do a mid kick, I can still grab it, but it's less likely. If you do a head kick, it's hard to grab that, right? So I see people make this mistake a lot. Strikers want to kick low to a grappler. Grappler grabs the leg, blast double, or just single. In training especially, when I'm sparring in training, if a guy kicks me low, I go high. Boom. All right? Boom, boom, boom. But you guys stay focused. Don't make fighting that difficult. It's not that difficult if you know what you're doing. As a fighter, You guys just gotta be ready for anything, okay? You got a jab, use a jab, move, keep moving, keep moving. Don't stay still, don't stay still, don't stay still, don't stay still. Jab, go for a takedown, back up, have the distance, all right? Boom, 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 all right? Move, 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 move like this, move, 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 move. Because you can't be in a position to get knocked out. I don't want none of my students getting knocked out. And y'all my students right now. I don't want none of y'all getting knocked out. I don't want none of y'all getting submitted. I've never been knocked out before. Now, in training, I got put to sleep. In training, I got put to sleep 3 times with a choke. But as far as knocked out, I've never been knocked out before. Because if you see all my fights, I'm never in the person's face for too long. Remember, the red zone is when I could touch him, he could touch me. I stay in the red zone for a few seconds, then I back away, all right? Always stay in the green zone, all right, everybody? Stay in the green zone. When you're ready to punch or kick, then come to the red zone. Also, listen up. You gotta do a lot of feints. You have to do a lot of feints. What's a feint? A feint is basically a fake. You know, boom, boom. All right? Always remember, it's a dance. Play with your food. Play with your food. Play with your opponents. All right? You come like this. Just do that. It's what they do. Change levels. It's what they do. You know what I mean? Fake a jab. It's what they do. If they're too flinchy, if you do this, and the guy does this, then you know you got him. All right? Sometimes in my fights, some guys try to feint on me, but I don't bite. All right? I don't bite. Okay? Boom, boom, boom. I hope y'all learning a lot. Thanks for all the cash app. I appreciate all y'all, man. Y'all show so much love, man. All right? This is a free training class. On this channel, it's going to be nothing but free MMA training class, jiu-jitsu class, Muay Thai class, boxing class, you name it. Everybody, thank you for everything. I'm going to catch y'all later, okay? Peace.